Tell him, Steve Dave.
I'm surprised you still have cable, Walt.
I have cable.
Do you have pay channels? Like, what are your pay channels?
I have some pay channels. Yeah.
You don't watch anything on HBO or Showtime,
then? To me, it's like I find unless it's like, no, I don't, because it's like I always see a movie I want to watch, but it's always like 20 minutes into it by the time I notice that it's on.
Right.
So I never wind up watching anything on
original
HBO.
Series though, not for you.
If I like them, I'll buy them on DVD.
Right.
You know, then I can watch them when I want to watch them.
Do you pay for the those pay channels?
I do pay for those pay channels.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that wasn't always the case, right?
No, I used to have I used to have a loaded box.
I was over at Walt's house yesterday, and we saw a cable truck, fixing something, and we started talking about the old days when like it was easy to take cable, and there was a place. I mean, when we first got cable, it was basically, it looked like, it was a small, like 4-inch by like 3-inch box with a red button on it. It looked like if the movie was in like the early 70s, it's the button you would push to like launch a nuclear warhead.
Right.
And you push this button and it would get you HBO for free. It would unscramble the signal. And we bought it from a TV repairman. And we started talking about that, but Walt had like sort of an updated loaded box.
Yeah, I had a relative who worked for a cable company that should remain nameless, and he gave me a loaded box with everything, including pay-per-view channels.
The sweetest of the sweet.
It was awesome. It was like the greatest year of my life. And
for not watching TV, evidently, such a fucking. I mean, what a waste.
But that's a nice sports package.
Oh yeah, that was really because I didn't have NFL Network before he gave me the box, and that was like the very first like televised game on real televised game, like a regular season game on NFL Network. I believe was Dallas and Green Bay after Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving evening. It was Favre, I think, was still on the team. He's still on Green Bay. Oh, I fucking was so interested in your fucking Roger Ebert reviews of every fucking TV show of the week.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are we? Is this Puck Nuts? Every Tuesday night?
You know what was good? This was good. Oh, I'm not too keen on this. Oh.
And then Brett Favre fucking took a shot. And then fucking some other guy you never heard of and don't care about took a shot.
Right, fuck it.
Go on, Walt. I'm on the edge of my seat.
What was I talking about?
You're talking about the game, the first televised game.
So I was all jacked up for that. I'm like, right, I got NFL Network. I didn't have it before. I watched that game that night. It was a blowout. It wasn't even a close game, but I still had NFL Network. The next morning was Black Friday. You know what? It might not have been Thanksgiving. I don't know what the fuck day it was. No, it was definitely, it was, I don't know what day it was, to be honest with you now.
Who are you?
I just wet my pants.
But it couldn't have been Black Friday because I was the only one at home.
Suddenly the Brett Favre story sounds fucking fascinating.
Oh, you are a little doddering over there, right?
Let me call my wife and get my planner out from fucking 2006. Debbie? Black Friday, 2006. Well, was I watching TV? All right, good. All right, I gotta go tell the boys.
She would have off on Black Friday normally. But anyway, so I'm getting ready to go to work. It's a Friday morning, and I'm putting my shoes on, and from the vantage point of where I'm sitting on the couch, I can see out my front door, and I can see a car has pulled up in front of my house. And it's one of those black cars like you see like the Men in Black drive around in.
Could be FBI.
Could be FBI, or it could be,
some kind of Secret Service.
Yes.
Tinted windows and shit.
Two dudes get out of the car dressed in suits. And my first thought is when I saw them, I was putting my shoes on, I'm like, wow, those guys look like they're, they don't look like salesmen. They look like they're there for somebody's going to have a bad morning. One of my neighbors is not going to have a good morning. and I didn't think they were there
My
for
best
me,
friends.
So I see them looking around, and I see them pointing into my house, and they start approaching my front door. And they come up to the steps, and they bang on the door like with aggression. They get bang on the door. You know, like
they're not Jehovah's Witnesses.
No. So I open the door and I'm like, "Can I help you?" And they're like, they ask me my name, and I was like, "Yeah, that's me." And they're like, "Do you know such and such, this person?" I go, "Yeah," and this is my relative. And they're like, "Okay, do you have cable?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do."
Oh, fuck your dicks. Oh, fuck your dicks. Just don't take me away. Brody, sick 'em.
So then they start...
It's Black Friday. Have mercy. Is it Black Friday?
So they go, do you have pay-per-view? And I was like, no, I don't have pay-per-view. Because have you ever ordered any pay-per-view? And I was like... Now, when I said I had pay-per-view, I meant I had... I didn't get stuff on them. I didn't get pay stuff like like WWE SummerSlam or something.
Yeah.
I could have gotten it if I had put it in the code, but I never abused it that way because he said don't order special order stuff.
Sure.
My relative said.
What a citizen! I didn't abuse my stolen loaded box.
So he goes, and when I said, he goes, "Have you ever ordered anything a pay-per-view service?"
Wait, did they identify themselves?
Yeah, they were. No, I don't. At that point, they didn't.
Because aren't you
There's
like
two gypsies rifling through his fucking dresser drawers upstairs and shit? We're gonna seal your driveway for you, sir.
I think they said they were.
Rate.
They were detectives. They were cable detectives from a company I won't name.
The cable police.
And
do you have to respect their authority, or can you be like, "Yo, ass clown, go back to community"?
If you let me finish my story.
I said they were wearing suits.
But so they said, and I said, "I've never ordered anything on pay-per-view," and he said, "You know what? I already knew that already, but I just want to see how honest you'd be." He goes, "All right," and he said, what is your relationship to this person?" And I told him, I was like, "Well, it's a relative of mine." And they're like, "Okay, we know he gave you a box. We want that box now. We want to come into your house and you show us where that box is." And I was like, "You're not coming to my house," I said.
We figured out you're only watching America's Funniest Home Videos, and it's a total waste. I mean, if you're gonna steal, motherfucker.
And so
that's something you can get with that fucking rabbit ears.
And the guy, there was a good cop and definitely a bad cop. Because then the good cop was like, "Hey man, we don't want any trouble. You are not in trouble. We just want the box, and you're clear. You're clear. We have nothing against you. It's not you that is in trouble. So just give us the box." And I was like, "I'm not giving you no box. I don't have a box. I don't know what you're talking
What's
about."
What's in the box?
No, dude, you remember when I said earlier on an episode that I was like, "Don't tell me where the bodies are buried, because I'll give it up."
Yeah.
I didn't give up shit to these guys, man. They were beside themselves because I told them I didn't say so much as like "fuck yourself."
Walt immediately called me. He's like, "We need to bury a box."
Box?
Yeah, a cable box.
So they're going, "We're not going anywhere until you give us that box. We're going to be right here." And I was like, "Okay, well, I'll see you when I get home at 6, I said, because I'm going to work," I said.
Like, fuck, he called our bluff.
And I slammed the door in their face. So I ran upstairs and I got a big duffel bag. I unhooked up my box and I put it in my duffel bag. I had to go outside to get to my car, though, so I got to walk right by him.
But do you think these guys are looking at you being like, "The fucking box is definitely in that duffel bag"?
And they go, and the guy's on his cell phone, and he goes, "We're calling the cops, sir." He goes, "You're going to be arrested right now." And I was just like, "All right, see you later," I said. And he goes, "Just give us the box." And then I knew he wasn't on the phone then. He goes, "Just give us the box." And I was like, "You're not getting, I don't know what you're talking about. I have no box."
The cop said you have to give us the box.
And I went to work. I'm in a panic though, and I'm driving though. Like I could have ran over people and I didn't even realize it because I was so panicked and shit.
Over a box.
Mike, if anybody asks, this box is yours.
What?
Mike, if anybody asks, this box is yours.
Puts it in the Mike's car seat.
Calls the FBI.
So I get to work and I call my wife and I'm like,
Lower the shades. Lower the shades.
Oh yeah, well, I'm like shaking and I can't even talk.
Tell the kids I love them. Walter!
And she's at work, so I'm like, so she can't really help me because she can't talk me off the ledge because she was like, I gotta go back to work. And she goes, I'll talk about it later. And she just hung up. So I'm sitting here like,
I can't believe I married this guy.
What are you talking about? I'm ready to go to fucking jail, man, for a relative.
I hear you.
What do you mean I married this guy?
I was joking.
I didn't give
I'm
anybody
proud of you,
up.
dude, that you're not giving anybody up. You
I
kept
didn't
your
give up
mouth shut.
anybody.
You could be
So
a good
then-
fella.
And then about an hour later, I'm going like, well, I don't know what to do, but I got the box in the store, in my duffel bag. I didn't even leave it in the car.
The fucking telltale heart.
It's like,
Oh, the humming of that box.
you hear Jeff Prost talking, whatever the fuck his name is.
About an hour after I get to work, the two detectives come through the door of the store. And I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck? They even knew where I worked. But behind them was my relative.
He gave me up.
And he looked at me with eyes that, like, I'll never forget these sad eyes, and was like, yeah, I need the box. I was like, and I gave him the duffel bag.
Did you feel like a jumbo dick, like in front of the cable police?
Oh, yeah.
Why?
I felt
You
so
fucking stood up
bad.
to the man. They
But I got him in
couldn't
trouble,
break you.
though. I had gotten him in trouble. He gave me a box, and now it cost him his job. He was released from his job. No charges were filed or anything, and this was right before Christmas. It was right around Black Friday, but I don't think it was Black Friday.
As we established earlier.
It was a really downer, man, because it was bad that he lost his job.
You were hoping to get pay-per-view for Christmas.
But everything worked out though in the end, and he got a better job. But at the time, I felt like shit.
As a matter of fact, I saw this person the other day, and he said things are going rather well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What would it have taken for you to be like, all right, he gave me the box?
I don't think they could have tore my fingernails off. I wouldn't give that box away.
Under torture?
No, waterboarding. I would have fucking not given up that box.
Wow. Simply because of the relation?
Yeah, because there was blood. I would never.
Like if I gave you the box, I would have been in jail immediately.
I would have gave him the box.
Well, I'm not related to him. Well, do you want to know other stuff he did?
Actually, you gave me before digital cable. You gave me a cheater box. Remember?
Oh, with the it had like the wire, like where you could like bring it to your couch, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've always been trying to circumvent cable.
Which is weird, considering your stance on the music industry.
And his fucking lack of interest in watching television.
I've always found, I don't know. It's always been one of those things like, man, it'd be awesome to have every channel.
Right.
But I don't even watch them when I get it, though, so it's kind of a waste.